gets to Zia Cooke and a layup for the Gamecocks. This LSU starting five, Kim Mulkey had to piece together this roster. They lost 80% of their scoring. She didn't know what she was going to have coming into the season.
Well, when you get a transfer, number one transfer in Angel Reese, that's a great piece of the puzzle to build off of.
It's going to be last touch by LSU, and it will be South Carolina ball. Already a quick bucket from the Carolina Gamecocks. South Carolina's starting five, you know the names, but it's the players coming off the bench that makes them even more dangerous.
Oh, the depth that South Carolina has, and when they go to their bench, they don't only get bigger, they get faster.
Kiera Fletcher running the point. They work it inside to Aaliyah Boston, who's working against her old teammate, LaDeja Williams.
Interesting to see how Kim Mulkey mixes up the defense on Boston.
This is LSU's, by far, their biggest test of the season. Just their second-ranked opponent this season.
You can forget about it when Aaliyah Boston gets the ball in the box.
LSU trying to get into Alexis Morris, and it's stolen away. Great defense by Kiera Fletcher. Too easy. And Kim Mulkey has to... A player who played for Kim Mulkey her freshman season at Baylor. Coach Mulkey actually kicked her off the team, but then found her way back to Mulkey here at LSU as she goes to the locker room.
And Morris is the only returning double-digit scorer for LSU from last season.
Angel Reese working on Boston. Banks it in. First points for Reese.
And Reese is that kind of emotional player. Her buddy, her partner in crime, gone out with an injury. She's looking to attack, but Zia Cooke said, hang on. Zia Cooke, her maturity this season. She's always been willing to make big plays in big moments. She is so competitive, wants to win at all costs, and really has turned it up for South Carolina.
Misses the free throw, but Zia Cooke playing to her potential. We saw the highlight reels in high school from Zia Cooke, and now it's caught up with her in college.
Well, the mental has caught up with the physical, and she has learned to turn the page. She used to really measure everything on whether or not she was making shots. That's an offensive foul on Angel Reese. It's going to take a whole lot to keep Alexis Morris off the court. I think only Kim Mulkey can do that. She's going to be over there begging her coach to get back in.
They go inside to Saxton. Back out to Bree Beal. She's added the three this year.
You see Victoria Saxton playing off of Angel Reese.
That was a tough shot. Rebound by Aaliyah Boston. Bree Beal will bring it down the floor. Cook's waiting in the corner. Doesn't have to give it to her. Lay it in.
Aaliyah Boston, Zia Cooke, Bree Beal said, hey, call my name.
Largest deficit for LSU this season. Alexis Morris back in the game, along with Angel Reese. And LSU's got too many players out there. Three-point play, Bree Beal. LSU third in the nation in offensive rebounds per game. South Carolina second in the nation in offensive rebounds per game.
So both coaches focused on, you have got to keep the opponents off the glass.
Alexis Morris won't go from the elbow. Samaya Smith, the second chance. Here goes Morris in traffic, high off the window. A third chance for the Tigers.
Watch the battle. Victoria Saxton and Angel Reese on the shot. The box out.
And a travel. It's an 8-0 run for South Carolina. They've hit their last three shots. This is a two from Fletcher. Yes! How about 88% from the field to start this game for South Carolina?
Don Staley said that she wanted to improve in three areas: three-point shooting, assist, and field goal percentage. It is showing up for them today.
Alexis Morris with the crossover shot. Rebound by Cardoso. 6 points for Zia Cooke. Alexis Morris floater, and LSU needed that. Cooke a little bit short.
It's good recovery defensively by Zia after the missed shot.
Kateri Poole. Look, LSU has heard a thing for getting Angel Reese to come to the be a Tiger. Angel Reese was originally looking at Tennessee or South Carolina.
After she came on her visit to Baton Rouge, she canceled her other trip.
Yes. Kamilla Cardoso just picked up her first foul. South Carolina making substitutions, so Raven Johnson will run the point. Breezy Hall also in the game.
Raven Johnson's going to have the assignment of Alexis Morris. That's quick on quick.
Last tier, Polo with the floater. What changes when Raven Johnson comes in to run the point?
Well, transition is going to be there. And Johnson's ability to go off the bounce. Boston talked about how Johnson will see something, and if other players see, Raven Johnson has enough confidence that when she sees it, she goes ahead and lets it happen, and that makes good things continue to come about. Good, steady start, and then the speed can pick up when Raven Johnson comes into the game.
It's going to be a foul on Bree Hall.
She can get tougher more defense, or bring more offense on the court.
How do you manage this long bench, this deep roster? And she said, I communicate. They don't have to like it, but they picked this team for a reason.
With her honesty, she wants them to compete and want to be on the floor, want to get more minutes.
Zia Cooke loses it in traffic. Here comes Poole. Back to Poa. Deflected from Reese, but Samaya Smith working for it. Alexis Morris! Boston, the reigning National Player of the Year. Angel Reese, a candidate for Player of the Year this year. It's an 11-1 run for LSU. Zia Cooke, she's got her shot today. Morris fires the three again. Rebound by Letitia Mihir.
That's Angel Reese got tied up with Aaliyah Boston.
So Reese takes a seat. Aaliyah Boston at the free throw line. South Carolina, both teams in the bonus here for the last minute 15.
If the Tigers can keep it within single digits, if they continue to attack, dominate, and extend it to double digits, then Kim Mulkey's going to have a tough decision to make.
Kateri Poole short on the three. Here's Raven Johnson, and she's going to push. Free throw line. Boom!
That's a freshman for South Carolina. The big question was, how does South Carolina replace a point guard like Destiny Henderson, who was on the national championship team? Well, she's got this freshman that's sitting there ready to take over.
Alexis Morris with the answer. 7 points for Morris. Cooke rejecting the screen. Morris from almost half court.
I'm going to purposely delay her so we don't make it so we can go to that Super Bowl party. Let's do it.
She's sporting the Randall Cunningham jersey today. South Carolina out to a 24-15 lead. What was the difference in the first 10 minutes?
The first 10 minutes was from the start, off the jump ball. South Carolina was attacking the basket.
Letitia Mihir might have gotten away with a travel.
She did. She traveled.
Alexis Morris, she has been LSU's offense today. 4 seconds now. Ravens got to go. Pull up the long two. Rebound by Kateri Poole. Angel Reese is waiting to check in for LSU. She's got 2 fouls.
LSU keeps bringing that high ball screen for Morris, and she's able to make it happen.
It's been incredible what Alexis Morris has been able to do at LSU. She's moved over to the point guard position this season. That's been different than she's played in years past.
But Alexis Morris is a headsy player. She's a baller. She can see the floor, know when it's her time and when it's able to go in.
Traveling violation on Letitia Mihir.
Watch Ravens surveying the court, looking for opportunities.
Gets it to Boston in the high post.
Boston's court awareness.
Dishes it, gets it right back, bucket.
Well, and she's got a vision like a point guard. How does she see the pass all the way in the corner? The defense shifts, comes right back to her. She knows she's got space to knock it down.
5 points, 3 rebounds for Aaliyah. Alexis Morris just working, make it 15 now. South Carolina has led by as many as 16. Cooke in trouble. Raven Johnson. Rebound by Cardoso. It's going to be LSU ball. It's been the Alexis Morris show. LaDasia Williams with the shot fake and the lay-in.
Now, that was a problem Kamilla Cardoso had against Connecticut. Don Staley had wanted her to allow Aaliyah Edwards just to take that jumper. I think the same is true with LaDasia Williams, but Kamilla was out there and LaDasia's shot fake went right past her.
Zia Cooke! She just hung in the air. Tough shot on the baseline by Angel Reese. She's 1 for 5 from the field. Boston all alone. It helps when you have Kamilla Cardoso down low to rebound.
That is a bookend twin tower. Aaliyah Boston has Jasmine Carson.
If LSU were to win today, Charlie Cream says that moves them to a number 1 seed. They'd be number 4 overall.
Well, they would be able to do something Stanford wasn't able to do, something Connecticut wasn't able to do. So that would, I think, gain the respect of the committee of LSU of moving them to that top line.
Aaliyah Boston's going to the free throw line. They're 4-0 against ranked teams this season. They've won 18 straight games against ranked opponents.
They got the talent to do it.
Yeah.
With the experience that South Carolina has, along with their depth. And Kim Mulkey has even complimented how good they are.
She was asked about the rivalry, and she said, I don't know if it's a rivalry yet because South Carolina's on another level. We're trying to get there.
Yeah, she compared them to the team she had when she had Kalani Brown and Lauren Cox.
Oh, Bree Beal! LaDasia Williams gets it back. 8 seconds. Patience for LaDasia Williams in the bucket.
This LSU team is going to crawl. They're going to claw. They're going to battle. There is no give up in this team in purple. It's not just inside, but on the outside. Bree Beal with the block and then head the other direction. And then Aaliyah Boston. She has seen single coverage, double teams, triple teams. She still can find a way to manufacture points.
Second foul on LaDasia Williams. 3-point play for Boston. Samaya Smith, Angel Reese, all with multiple fouls.
Gotta trap the ball.
Austin Nashville to Vanderbilt previously in the week on a buzzer beater 3.
Tyron Lawrence hit a big 3 in the corner.
South Carolina has led by as many as 16 points today, but LSU not far behind now. Kira Pletcher inside. LSU has actually outscored South Carolina in the second quarter by a point.
South Carolina off and running, trying to push in transition.
Oh, Victoria Saxton went up. There's a foul on the floor. LaDasia Williams takes a seat with 3 fouls. Samaya Smith also has 3 fouls for the Tigers.
Because they've got to protect their main players that play the majority of the minutes and are productive defensively, maybe force South Carolina to take some outside shots.
Jerry Poole getting all she wants from Bree Beal.
Look at Bree. She just constantly, look at, she's smiling while she's hawking the basketball.
And Angel Reese is fouled. Reese 1 for 6 from the field, 2 points and a rebound.
You and I have both seen Angel Reese be frustrated in the first half and come out like a monster in the second.
Oh, goodness, yes.
And really work some magic in the second.
Was it the Tennessee game we saw that happen?
It was the Tennessee game.
LA to the rack. Jasmine Carson has it. A little bit short on the reverse.
And too much length. Victoria Saxon, I think, had a little bit to do with that miss.
South Carolina can take the last shot of the half. Angel Reese with the block. Has the advantage in the paint. Both of these teams like to score inside.
Not only South Carolina plus 10, the most important stat is Angel Reese only has 1 rebound from that first half.
And she was in foul trouble, as were several LSU players. And count the bucket for Aaliyah Boston. Back to the free throw line.
There's a lot of conversation about National Player of the Year. Aaliyah Boston is the reigning National Player of the Year. Angel Reese, with those 23 consecutive double-doubles, is in the conversation. Can she get to her double-doubles in this second half?
Look, we have seen Angel Reese before come out of the locker room at halftime with fire. It can happen. Nadeja Williams up and in off the glass.
Now you've got Mouse in the house, Alexis Morris on Aaliyah Boston.
They'll shoot right over it, but Boston misses. And that's a foul on Victoria Saxton.
I think if LSU were able to pull that off, they would earn it.
No matter the outcome, South Carolina remains the number 1 overall seed.
Keep an eye on Alexis Morris, the inbounder, to give it up and look for it to come back.
She had almost half of LSU's points in the first half. There she goes. Got her own rebound in the putback. 17 points for Alexis Morris. Boston in all kinds of traffic. Angel Reese has the rebound. Jasmine Carson alone. We'll go baseline to Saxon on the block. And that's the 4th foul on Nadeja Williams.
Look, they are starting to chip away at this lead. I think Kim Mulkey, she's rolling the dice a little bit.
Oh, excuse me, they gave that foul to Flazé Johnson. That's her 3rd. So Nadeja Williams with 3.
Again, watch Alexis Morris, number 45, inbounding it. They worked on a lot of offenses where she inbounds it, and then the offense is geared to get her a shot.
Reese in the high post. Pass Saxon. 5 points, 4 rebounds, Angel Reese. She's looking for that 24th consecutive double-double.
Defense was looking to cut off the left-hand drive. She came back to that right.
Inbounds to Saxon.
Well, Angel Reese is so competitive. You see how she is going to work. As long as there's time on the clock, she got an opportunity to try to pull off a win.
Zia Cooke gets swatted away by Samaya Smith.
Ooh, Zia Cooke. She got you on that one.
Look, Samaya Smith, she's a tough freshman. Grew up on a farm in Texarkana. Loved the chores. Actually had to do them when she went home for Christmas break. Cooke with the response.
The execution, and especially Zia Cooke, finding those opportunities.
Angel Reese up to 7 points.
Boston and Reese again, finding each other.
Lay in for Zia up to 15 points.
Zia recognizing her opportunities.
Zia Smith going around 6'7", Cardoso.
That freshman ain't scared.
Not scared at all. Cooke inside to Boston. Patience from Aaliyah Boston. Play defense, rebound. If my shot's not falling, I gotta remember those other things, and my teammates help me do that. There's some good defense. Angel Reese hits the ground. No foul called.
South Carolina's got numbers with Reese back.
Cooke driving.
Playing with passion, but she also knows she has to be smart with how she does it, not get technical fouls. In fact, I just saw her after she thought she got fouled and didn't get the call. She went over to the official and he told her to calm down. She's like, okay, I got you.
Really composed. And I think setting the tone early. First out of the jump ball play was called for her.
Morris lets it fly. Zia Smith. Man, she's been an X factor.
This is where LSU can get you. Getting on the offensive glass.
Kamilla Cardoso.
Not a whole lot you can do about that. She is 6'7", and she has really emerged.
She's averaging 11 points per game, 9 rebounds. Today, 4 points, 10 rebounds. Reese working on Boston. Held ball, possession arrow, South Carolina.
I like how the officials just let them play.
Cardoso's fouled by Zia Smith. That'll be her 4th. Yeah, we asked Don Staley about having Cardoso and Boston both on there. And she goes, well, it's great. Likes them both to play low. It makes you play man-to-man. You got to pick your poison.
You do. Absolutely. Because against a zone, you overload, bring them both to the same side. Either the zone's got to come with you, or if not, you got twin towers trying to set up for a little run and jump action.
And Morris weaving away around South Carolina's height.
Morris is just unstoppable. Even against a press, she gets the layup.
She's got 19 points. Raven Johnson, baseline. Carson with a hand in her face. She's a three-point specialist. 20 seconds for South Carolina.
You gotta look for that high ball screen.
Bree Beal. Give her the three! Two undefeated teams. It comes down to this final 10 minutes. First time that both teams are 20-0 or better. First time in the SEC that both teams are 10-0 in conference play. It's the 8th time that we've had a top 3 matchup in the conference. The first since 1993. Angel Reese, she's got 7 points, 4 rebounds.
She's got to go to work. And LSU could find themselves trips to the free throw line.
It's Texas and Iowa State round 2 this time in Ames. Coverage begins at 7 Eastern.
Now LSU bringing some full court pressure.
And Letitia Me here on the other end, going to the free throw line.
They've built their programs based on defense. So now you got to expect Kim Mulkey in this 4th quarter to get her team back in this game. Full court pressure, try to force turnovers and force South Carolina to make free throws.
From the free throw line today, that's 52%. Me here missed them both. Got the rebound though. And she'll do it again.
Got to do your job from the beginning. You've got inside position. You got to make sure on a missed free throw you come up with it.
Both of them drop in. Now Bree Beal down low on Angel Reese. And Reese can go over the top.
They don't have to be in any hurry. They've got to just take care of the basketball. Look at how Raven Johnson can find Kamilla Cardoso anytime those two are on the floor together.
Never hesitated. Went right into her. And Samaya Smith there on the cleanup. Was able to hang in there in the first half. She had 15 points in the first half. She's had 4 here in the second half.
In the first half, Kim Mulkey was calling plays to her, really running a horn set and just letting her go off ball screen.
Boston to Cardoso. Dangerous.
There's not a whole lot you can do with that. With Boston playing the high post and 6'7" Cardoso down low.
And Samaya Smith is fouled by Cardoso. Samaya Smith at the free throw line. This is the first. The crowd wanted her to miss both. 18,000.
That is awesome. And I can remember back in the dark ages when I played, you came to South Carolina, wasn't nobody here. They were lined up to get in here tonight.
Everybody's here now.
You got that right.
And one coming. 4th double-double for Cardoso over the last 7 games. And that's the 5th on LaDasia Williams. Look, she spent 1 season at Syracuse, was the ACC Co-Defensive Player of the Year and Freshman of the Year.
Played high school ball in the United States, and she didn't speak any English. She was having to use Google Translate. Well, after a year, she became fluent in English. She's a quick learner, and we're seeing her development grow. Kamilla Cardoso asserting herself on this Gamecock program this year in a way that she didn't last year, and it is an unstoppable duo in there right now with the Boston and Cardoso. I would say that is determination.
And Cardoso just got her 11th rebound.
Assertive is a great way to describe Kamilla now, Holly, and it's not that she's not no longer in the role of just playing backup to Aaliyah Boston, but she's coming in to make an impact.
Give her the ball! Morris!
I really think that Kamilla's mindset has changed from being a reserve of backup, but to an impact player, especially when she's on the floor with Aaliyah Boston.
Zia Cooke gets swatted away by Angel Reese. Morris back the other way. Boston! Oh!
Morris didn't really think about that one. Didn't quite think it all the way through. Coming at Aaliyah Boston. What'd you say, Lyle?
No,
wow.
ma'am. 8 blocks for South Carolina, 6 for LSU today. Angel kicks it back out to Morris. 6 seconds. That one swatted away by Aaliyah Boston too. Shot clock violation.
She's done a great job on Angel Reese with just 11 points, 4 rebounds, and Aaliyah Boston was the only college player on Team USA over in in Japan for the Olympics, but she got cut before the final roster. That has fueled her all season. She continues to improve. Trust me, that fire is there.
Aaliyah Boston is a leader on the floor.
Look, and watching her in practice, even if she's not in the drill or in the play, she is constantly talking, cheering on her teammates, correcting her teammates, pointing out what they should do. It's constant communication from Aaliyah Boston.
Because that's what the future looks like for South Carolina.
Cardoso back to the free throw line. Is there any team that has the quality depth that South Carolina does coming off the bench?
Gosh, it's hard to... When you look at it right away, no.
26 points off the bench tonight for South Carolina. 16 of those from Kamilla Cardoso. Morris's shot misses. Raven Johnson coming in with the heat. Yes!
And Don Staley knows where Kim Mulkey is going for buckets. It's going to be either Aaliyah or Angel Reese or Alexis Morris, and Bree Beal is on Alexis Morris.
Look, it's been incredible the impact she's had at LSU. 23 straight double-doubles in the SEC to start the season.
It was guaranteed pretty much every game when you saw Angel Reese she was going to get a double-double. I was wondering what it would look like against the length and size of South Carolina.
Morris, mid-range.
Ooh, that's a good decision. You got 6'7" coming down the floor. Pull up.
Bree Beal.
Now she has proven not just a defender, but a scorer also.
4 players in double figures for South Carolina. If the shooting percentage holds, it would be the 10th time this season that South Carolina has shot over 50% from the field. Count the bucket for Angel.
We've seen instances in this game tonight where she's guarding the speedy guard Alexis Morris, and then she switches over and is guarding the 6'4" Angel Reese. She can do everything. She's quiet, controlled, confident, and out of that shot, she's now shooting 38% from 3 this year. I'm just a big fan of Bree Beal.
I know you are, Pat.
I am. And specifically on the defensive side, Holly talks about the other things that she does. When she is the primary defender, her responsibility is only averaging about 3.7 points per game, holding them to shooting about under 21%.
It's impressive what Bree Beal does. SEC Defensive Player of the Year?
I think that she has got to be in the conversation for National Defensive Player of the Year. She's defended all 5 spots on the floor.
2 seconds, Zia Cooke. Raven Johnson, easy.
But South Carolina has demonstrated why they are the #1 team in the country. This is the level you have to be where you need to be in order to compete with the big dogs, in order to get to Final Four. And I think that this experience will be a great lesson for her team. Now, they're good. LSU got into some foul trouble, and that was a problem early, but that had a lot to do with the talent of South Carolina.
And South Carolina has plenty of talent, a bench full of talent, a locker room full of talent as they make subs. Standing ovation for the South Carolina players taking a seat. Aaliyah Boston today, 14 points, 9 rebounds.
You have all the pieces, everybody stay healthy. Experience plays a big part. We got a lot of players in that white uniform that know what it takes.
Angel Reese checks out, and the double-double streak will end. 16 points, 4 rebounds for Angel today. Put a bow on it, Raven Johnson. And then there was one undefeated team left in the nation. It's the South Carolina